Is the carry trade about to explode again? Possibly some left tail risk going into this weekend. And yes, I'm actually being serious this time. But let's get into it with our daily SPY analysis here. Today is Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a giveaway. Again, we averaged 200 likes per video. We got there last night. We got to 50 comments. We need shares up though. Shares, 20 shares per video. We're doing a giveaway, free month of active trader, free month of swing trades, maybe some more prizes if we hit those goals. Also, go check out, if you like macro analysis, I talked to Infra from Twitter. Go follow him out there. He's awesome. We did an interview last night. I put it up this morning. So go listen to that when you have some time. But anyway, let's get into it here today. So markets today with a pretty good slice, and I have some mixed feelings right now. So price action wise, if we just isolate the spiders or SPX here, this is exactly what I wanted to see today. So I wanted to see like a retest of support here. I did not like the breakout yesterday. It was not really, I would have preferred it just another inside day and just kind of continue that flag there. So I didn't really love that close yesterday, but I do like that you're kind of just shaking out, weak hands. You're holding above 6,100. We should hold above that by the end of the day, I would imagine. And we're right back to SPY 610 as well. So just kind of another retest of support. And this is often what happens, and I said this in the short video this morning. This is often the type of price action that precedes a breakout. You get a very good slice down. ES does this all the time. And you can see we're back below that FOMC candle. We did close above it yesterday. But you slice that, you just recheck the 20 MA. We're not really, there's no damage here. And then you kind of just close up. Now, what'll happen is in the bull case here, they'll do all the dirty work in the overnight and they'll gap it up and we'll just rally. That's depending on whether or not OPEX gets in the way and we just pin to 6,100. It's possible. But I've had kind of a Friday pump kind of penciled in my mind for some reason, really all week. So we'll see if that happens. Now, what's this tail risk? And I think it's legitimate. And the only reason why I'm not aggressively buying this dip right now is because of two things. So two reasons. The yen is really ripping versus the dollar here. And I might not even care that much, but it's the fact that JPM looks like crap. It's down 4%. Morgan Stanley down almost 5%. Goldman down 3.9%. KRE was down quite a bit as well. However, it is off the lows. And we technically didn't really do any technical damage here. It's coming off the lows pretty nicely. But whenever I see bank weakness, it's never good. And it's really like out of nowhere. It's not like there's some reason for it or some downgrades or something like that. I just got to think that this is probably not a coincidence. Why else do I think that? Well, you got Norinchukin CEO resigning after massive bond losses. All those VIX calls I talked about 2 days ago when I did the video saying like, why is everybody betting on a crash? And, I was kind of tongue in cheek about it as I always am. But if someone knows something's coming and it comes out over the weekend, that's one thing that could actually cause that left tail to work. And you could get a situation where we gap down Monday and everybody tries to buy the dip because it's worked 3 times in a row and it doesn't work. And dealers will not come to save the market if that happens. We'll have a fresh OPEX cycle. So you will not have that backstop and we could sell for 4 weeks straight. That's a big left tail. It's fat. So if you're long here, might be a good idea to be hedged. I'm not saying to sell everything. I'm not saying that you should. I'm not saying that I am, but I would be hedged. I certainly wouldn't open really fresh longs, even though I did, pick up, as a day trade. We got a nice entry at 61.18. We're already, have profits taken. So in a way, it's hedged already. And if it goes, it goes, and if it comes down, it comes down. But, right now I would just be a little cautious. We could pump tomorrow and that will not change anything, right? So these flows roll off after tomorrow. And if there's something that comes out after the weekend, there won't be anything to stop. So even if we pump tomorrow, that doesn't change the fact that there is some left tail risk here. And this is what happened last time, right? Dollar yen, and there it is. So, and I see the flows in the VIX. So somebody was prepared for it. And I was like, well, what are these jerks like preparing for here? Like, this is great. But now it's like, okay, Could be something. So not saying to scare anybody, not saying that this will happen. Tail events are rare. They don't happen often, but I'd say there's increased odds here. At worst, you know, we could pump up here and then maybe back test the breakout area. Like I said, that's if nothing happens. So for me, risk reward's not really good to open like fresh swing longs here, and I've been kind of saying that anyway. You kind of just want to maintain what you have here, and if you are heavily exposed, maybe think about hedging that. That's really all it comes down to. So I do like that KRE's come off the lows pretty nicely. I would prefer it if IGV would. This one took a pretty big hit today with Palantir, but Palantir, nice dip by there. So down 4%, but it was down a lot more, and it held the 20 MA. So really nothing wrong here, but that, I mean, even though it does look like some distribution obviously going on, but I'd like the IGV to firm up into the close. You could get, you know, kind of a similar look to what SPX has right now, which is a kind of a test candle, and then, you know, if they gap this up, it could pump tomorrow. So, but the other positives here are SMH. So this is flat in a down tape and looking fine here. You also have, use IBIT, it's easier right now. Yeah, Bitcoin really pumping. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but that's firmed up. That's not what I would expect in a risk-off situation, but always, you know, learn this over a long period of time doing the market. When there's bank weakness, pay attention. Don't just disregard it. So that's all I'll say here. Right now, SPY 610, a reclaim of that. You know, you can take us back up into like 611, 612. For ES, you know, that's what I'm kind of going off of. It's like 6150 area. So if we can pump above this little shelf here, I've probably got a billion lines. I got to update them. But anyway, that's the near term. I would say for Sunday night, Monday morning though, just be careful. QQQ again, kind of curling down. You know what looks interesting though is MAG 7 ETF. Kind of have like a pennant there. So you can see a little return. Apple is strong today. Microsoft was holding up nicely as well earlier, and that was kind of carrying the market along with XLV. So while the banks were selling off, we had a lot of dispersion. Healthcare and a couple of MAG 7 plays were holding up. But yeah, QQQ got to break through 540, obviously. And then IWM, not really strong. Again, regional banks down. It's going to hurt the IWM, but you do have higher lows still. Still have higher lows. I just wonder if, you know, if something happens, OPEX flows roll off, this is not going to hold. It's just not going to hold up. RTY, again, came down and tested the inside bar low. If that closes below, that's a failure. So if there's anything I would want to be short, it's this. I'm not short anything. If there is anything I'd want to be short, it's this. Not against buying volatility. I don't count that as being the same as short. But the RTY, though, that's the most exposed right now and probably the most vulnerable. Dow here trying to break below this wedge here that we've been following. We'll see. It could be a fake out. A lot of the time, like I said, you get that down move, and then that's what gets you up. SMH here again, flat. No real problems compared to everything else. And IGV we discussed. Transports, those got hit a lot earlier too. So gap down after the rally the other day, and then continued to sell here. It is off the lows though. So that was a little concern for me too, because that was quite, you know, it was pretty weak this morning. Interest rates not doing a ton. Qs are flat. 5s, 10s, and 30s all down. Again, that was kind of a risk-off look earlier, but there was never really much follow-through on bonds. I mean, TLT's up today, but I think if there was real like panic, this would be up more. Or if there was, you know, like a de-risking, deleveraging event, this should be up a little bit more. But then, you know, there's the other hand. You know, is it just because of OPEX pinning everything down? So time will tell. XHB down 24 cents. Still can't get out of its own way. VNQ, that's just trying here. This is this is a strong sector. You know, down tape up 31 cents, just hammering on resistance. But it's been hammering on it a lot, and if it can't break it, it could go the other way. So I think tomorrow is probably your best chance to break through. XLF down one and a half. It's off the lows. What I don't like is you got kind of a rounded top here. And if we look at KRE, again, higher low, that's the positive. So see if they can hang on here. Broker dealers also has that rounded top look too. Don't really love that. So again, watch the banks. Oil here up 39 cents. Not going to really get into it too much. There's nothing to do there. XLE is strong today. Usually when money flows out of certain sectors, out of risk, it goes into energy. And there you go. It's up 80 cents. So XLE holding up nicely. I think, yeah, Exxon up 1 3/4. Chevron, Conoco, so they're all holding up nicely. XOP down fractionally, not a ton. And OIH, again, flattish to positive. Nat gas here down 2 3/4. So it did break through 4.4, but still, you know, didn't take out yesterday's low. This can keep going. I think this wants $5, honestly. Nat gas still holding up. CCJ, a big gap and crap there. NM and NJ hanging in there, but really kind of weak here. Still holding up here is nukes, but it is backing off a little bit. Dollar index took a really big spill, obviously. So again, not really good, right? Yes, weak dollar is good for markets, but not all at once. And if it's because the yen's gaining too much, then it's, you know, we talked about this kind of having the downside towards 106, 105.50, and it's getting there. Gold up 0.5%, no problems. Just kind of putting in another base here. If there is a tail event, this will sell initially, and then it'll probably pump right after. Same thing with silver. Silver will probably be a little bit more violent. Platinum and palladium did bounce today. I don't want to see a strong close tomorrow, though, on the week. But they're not terrible, but more confidence. Copper here up 4 cents. Still got to get through 480. And we got Bitcoin here. This is a positive here. This is acting well. So I would imagine this is definitely not a risk off thing. So you're looking at a 4-hour, you know, it's trying to put in higher highs now. And yeah, if it can crack 100K and get back above that, you know, you could see it as, you know, squeeze. ETH also up, not as much though, but if you can get through that 2800 handle, you can try for 3000. Holding up, that's a positive. Right now, big picture, you know, yeah, we're going to be pinned to 610, it looks like. Just watch for volatility. Well, we might break through it. We still got 20 minutes. But yeah, tomorrow, I don't think we're going to do anything past, we'll probably, the worst case scenario, we probably sell to like 60.50. But I would think a 6100 pin would be most likely if the market's going to really dump out on Monday. But I think there's a good chance of gap and go, even if we do sell on Monday. So that's kind of how I'm positioned right now. And yeah, that's really it. I would just be careful here. You guys know how long I've been bullish for. And I mean, lately I've seen at least 3, I would call them perma bears, like flip. So that also kind of factors in here too. But we'll see. If not, you know, if they can't do any damage in the first week, you know, the bears, or they don't pull us back enough, then yeah, we'll just go higher. But right now, just be a little careful here. Dealers won't be there to support it if something happens over the weekend. So anyways, guys, I will wrap it up here. You guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.